back over the manual again. Yeah, if I was a videographer, I'd be rich and you wouldn't have to put up with that. Now, I'll tell you before what I was talking about hiding those eyes. If you haven't seen the other videos, shame on you. You need to go in sequence because you might miss something here and there. Tungsten eye. Hairline dubbing carries them, brings me in over from China. That one, you're going to need just a little drop of that tear. And you will get this stuff on your hand now and then. I know the fly shop at theflyshop.com actually carries some remover for super glue, Zap-A-Gap, all that stuff. Normally a little bit of hard work will take it off. This also helps keep your fly from diving down when you're fishing. Getting it more in the middle there. Now, I showed you before, you can put the stuff on top. Nice rotary vise. You can also put it underneath. This here is fluorescent orange. There's no polyester part in here. This is all heatable fibers that 100% will iridesce, even though I have it mixed in with the UV to bring in the UV light. If you really don't want to show anything, get that right up there. You can see I've got that there. Equal part back with that I want for the tail. This is the orange, which is you want for the later kings or silvers. When they're in the stream for a while, there's a good book out written by ophthalmologist, What Fish See. And he studied them, uses underwater cameras, shows you that natural fluorescent dyed materials really don't fluoresce. Normally I'd cut this loop right here right now. That's out of focus again. Let me go back here to automatic, back it out a little bit. Normally I'd cut that loop, bring it back, but I'll show you how to hide this right here. You won't see anything. You won't have a head on your fly like you normally do with most fly tying systems that were invented back from old, I believe it was Dame Juliana, 1500s or whatever, and probably goes back to the Greeks who started fly fishing. Here again, this is a chartreuse. It's about a 50% UV pearl and a metallic chartreuse. They call metallic, actually a polyester. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it back here where I want to trim it, and I'll add that to it. You can just throw that other scrap away because you normally get enough. Now those barbell eyes are made to sit down so the fly doesn't turn over. Here again, another little misnomer is that bead chain eyes, unless they're stainless steel, they don't add enough weight to a hook to turn over. That's something else I'll get to when I get to my Charlies and other. Here's where whip finishing comes in handy. If you haven't seen it on the other videos, go back. Pull nice and tight. Get it in there. You don't even have to snip. These scissors that they make are wonderful. This one here, I'm going to put a little dollop of hot melt glue right there. I actually would, but I forgot to plug it in. I'll be back. Alright, I got my hot melt glue popped in because I'm going to show you how to put rattle eyes on there that normally make a fly float. Since we have them tungstens, we're going to put them on there. We'll get back to one that I didn't heat before for people who might not have seen the videos. One all ready to go. Heat gun's warming up. I set it about 3.5. It's a Black & Decker heat gun, variable temp. A-fly-fishing.com. I tell you about them. You can see them in the other videos. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Not looking the best, so I'll go 1, 2. Give it a second. Don't turn them until it cools for a second. You can see there if you want it a little bit more. Always, if it happens to bend on you, just warm her up just a little bit. When you go to heat these new flies with the patent pending processes, always start off undercooking. After you do a few, you'll learn to cook it up. Alrighty, my hot melt glue should be ready. Here again, normally use the low melt, but I know that it's not warmed up enough where it's going to burn me. And a little bit on top and bottom, catch the streamers. This one here, as you can see, pull it back, cut it, give it a quick pinch. Got glue all over my fingers. Yeah, I know how to do it. Same thing right there. And I'll turn it back over and hold both. It is a big one. I can feel those eyes right underneath there. That tungsten will get it down to where them salmon want it, right on bottom. They're laying there on bottom, especially kings. Silvers will chase sometimes. Alrighty, now pull the light out the way and I'll just show you how quickly and easily these can be done. Gun's half warmed up. So normally I let it warm up 5-6 seconds. I do a few at a time. You see that right there? Warmed up, it's already iridescent. Oh, I had it up to 4. So I'll turn it down to about 2.5, give it a few seconds running time, get it back up to just slightly under 3.5 because I only want to iridescent just a little bit. Try to get this back just a little bit. Try not to overheat that, what people call mylar polyester, especially in the holographic and the silver and gold, but even with this chartreuse and these other colors. And there we have it. Now I'll show you on the vise here on this time, which I should have done before on these eyes. Let's get the light back up over here. Another nice thing about these vices that old N.E.W makes, you can lock off right there. You can get that right there. See, I'm going to drag that just a little bit. Don't worry, that glue is not going to show. Now, before she fully sets up, I can see I got one blue hair in there from the last video I've done. Get that out of there. Press on it just a second. Got a streamer on there, but as I mentioned before, as soon as it cools off, where that glue bonds to that new fibers, nuclear mission wing, patent pending. Get the kick in now. More heat, you can do it this way. You can see, get that pulled up just a little bit, but I'm gonna got my eyes right where I want it. And once again,